Hello and welcome to Virgin Media Park for round 5 of the AL Division 2C season. As no matter what other people say, today is the real battle as we take claim for the real capital of the country, as Monkstown FC travel all the way down to Cork to face Dolphin. Alongside me today, for at least for now anyways, I've got Director Rugby from Monkstown, Dave, and I've got prop former Sunday as well man, so we'll know he's going to be here for a bit of a slag, Stokesy. So just going on as we say a quick hello to everybody. Last week's fine performance leaves Dolphin still in third place in the table, unfortunately, but an unbeaten season up to now, so we'll hopefully keep that going, we'll see. It'll be interesting, though, because the last time these two sides faced each other was actually, I believe, 21 years ago when Dolphin went in 7 games, they're unbeaten, going in trying to push on for the division title. And unfortunately, at that stage, head coach Declan Kidney was gone off to the Ireland under-19s in Argentina. So we went up to Dublin to face Monkstown, only for them to beat us along with Clontarf before we eventually turned around our form and won the league again that season. So I'd say be looking for a bit more of a repeat of that today, will you, lads?
I don't know. I can't get over the fact that they're taking the mickey out of you and you're from Dolphin. I thought you should. Or you're from Sunday as well. Yeah. I thought you should be taking the mickey out of them. No, is that how it works?
Look, there's a long day left there yet. That's an interesting bit of trivia. I didn't know that. Declan Kidney going up. Just good to be back in Musgrave Park as always. Love coming back to Cork for any reason. Unfortunately, I'm not playing today. Broke the arm last week, but great to see familiar faces there. The Dolphin boys. Few lads wintering well there now, although they're after a lot of winters in fairness. Steve Ford and Scotty the coach and Dave Manny and Bonnie to mention a few. No, looking forward to this. This will be a great game. Two teams in quite good form, and it's really tight all across the league. So the points are vital. Looking forward to it. What do you reckon, Manners?
Yeah, to be fair, if we've had a bit of a mixed start, I think if you could take the last minute out of our game against Middleton and the last minute out of our game against who did we play last week? Clonmel last week. Yeah. We'd be top of the table. So I think we've probably been very unlucky that we didn't close out those 2 games. 8 points up in the 83rd minute against Middleton away, and then to lose by 6. Very disappointing. So, our form is reasonably solid. Issues with availability today, Stokesy being one, unfortunately, with injury. So, we'll just have to see if we can manage that. And if we do, I think we'll give a reasonably good account of ourselves and see what we can get from the match. Obviously, anything at all, really. But, you guys would have to be favourites.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting when you mentioned form. Like we go into, you've been ahead, and I think all 4 games this season you've won the first half, only to come away with 2 defeats in the end of it. Like last week, you just mentioned 2 points defeat to Clonmel, and as you mentioned before, after Middleton. But a lot of change in the squad today. But interestingly, like for a team like yourselves and Ballyclare, you both got promoted this year. To have such a strong start to the season must bode well for you going it's early stages, but it bodes well for you.
Yeah, I think, it's generally considered that the provincial leagues, the business end of the provincial leagues, there's not necessarily a massive gap between the top 2 or 3 teams in each of the provincial leagues and Division 2C of the AIL. I think the big difference is that if you make errors at this level, you're going to be punished. And unfortunately, that's most certainly been the case for us in our inability to close out games. So, you'd have to, the form is reasonably good, as you say, but it's not necessarily reflected in the league ladder at the minute.
Well, it's a tough one now with that, all right. Definitely with the way the competition goes in this league, it is a very competitively top to bottom. Like we saw last week, we got the bonus point win against Tullamore, but even still, it looked comfortable with the bonus point secured in the first half. But they, top to bottom of the table, they'll really push it to the very edge. But if we bring it out just to, you mentioned availability issues today. I'm just looking at your squads. Danny Reardon, I was a player coach in for his first start for the season today. Is it former pro?
Certainly
I'm not sure.
Is, yeah. In fairness, it's great to be able to call upon the likes of Danny Reardon. He's been player coach this season, but there are a few lads away and injured and a few different reasons. But Danny's coming in there. You'll be looking forward to him because he fucking has it still. There's no doubt about it. He jumps in training there. He has that jink. He has that step. He's got copious amounts of experience. You'll be looking forward to a player of his calibre. Togging out and seeing what he's got still in the bag. Bring it on.
If we just look elsewhere in the squad as well, we can see another one to look out for would be Ruan McDonald, Leinster Junior for the last 2 seasons. Tristan Brady coming in at 9. He captained the seconds last week, so he's in good form. Charlie McMicken, 13 points off the tee this season. I think he's the highest point scorer in the league this year so far. and even your two centres with 2 tries each, you know.
Yeah, they're danger men, like, for sure, yeah. Matt and Cormac could be looking forward to them running out at that fast turf, like, you know.
Well, Cormac, I mean, has senior caps for Connacht, and obviously Danny he's unique in that he's actually played professional rugby for 3 of the 4 provinces, Ulster being the only one he hasn't been capped for. So, you know, yeah, look, I mean, it's not exactly ideal when you're wheeling Danny in to play, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which way you look at it, we have the option to bring him in, and hopefully he can do a favour for us today.
Hopefully as well that experience of fullback, just to oversight everything, will be able to give a couple of words of encouragement on the pitch as well. If we look at our Dolphin side for today then, as we just wait for the Dolphin side to run onto the pitch, 2 changes from last week. Fullback Geordie Soley, who's been just ingenious brilliance to watch so far this season, is away. So we've got Owen Hurley stepping in at fullback, and Finn Cowig in the front row is unavailable this week, so we've got Jack Fox stepping in. Otherwise, we pretty much same team from last week. Joining Jack Fox in front, we got Phil Dowling and Tom Sheehan. The engine room again, Darragh Sullivan and Dave Manny. In the back row, Owen Sheehan, James Vaughan, John Fitz. Backline unchanged, just the one change we mentioned with Owen Hurley in a fullback. Cam Shocks at 10, Darrell Foley 9. Bucks and Waterman on the wings. Craig O'Connell continuing his flying form at 12 as he leads the sides out as captain. And Scott Sexton at 13. Just a note on Craig O'Connell, like we're looking at him, 34 games for the club, 15 tries, an incredible return rate. We look at it, 5 tries already this season in just 4 appearances. I think the club record for tries in a season is 10, held by Chuckin and Dave Manny. And just 4 appearances, Craig's already half that for the season. So he'll be looking to push on again more this year. On the bench now, we've got Phil Elwood, Dave Byrne, and then Matt Barry, who was unavailable last week, is back again. And we've also got 2 lads looking for their debuts today in Billy O'Riordan and Conor Drummy. So I'd say thanks, lads. If you want to, I know you don't think you want to stick around for too much.
I don't want to share this microphone with Stokesy anymore because he bangs a drink from last night. So best of luck to you, lad.
Great to be down in Cork for the Jazz. Yeah, hopefully it's a great game, and yeah, nothing else to be said.
We'll see who's got the dancing feet at the end of the night anyway. So,
right,
lads,
fair play to you.
Cheers, boys.
We'll see you in the clubhouse for a pint. All right.
Right, on the way quickly, so today we'll get straight back to the action just outside the 22. Darrell Foley will take that ball in and he'll immediately hoof it back up the pitch and see which side will settle into this game more comfortably. Danny Reardon getting hands on the ball early, back to the hands of Matt Stapleton, see what he can do with it, out towards the winger, and jump from Scott Sexton. He's kind of half got him to ground, but over that immediately is Phil Dowling. No one to compete at the ruck. We'll see now as both teams will try to settle into this game. Big hits first time out, and we'll see who can make the first dent, really. So, big hit in that one there, tackle from Owen Sheehan coming in, and there's going to be a penalty. The result of Dolphin for straight over the ball. And we look back at a defence now from last week, was key against Tullamore. They had a lot of territory, a lot of possession. They keep pushing, but the defence from Dolphin held so strong, and they'll be holding on to that again this week just to build their base that their attacking front come from. As Cameron O'Shaughnessy will step up to try and get us some yards to get the first liner of the day. And he'll bring us to just outside the 22, which is going to be a great boost of confidence for him now. Stepping up into the kicking role, we'll see, I believe Darrell Foley will be on the man at the tee with Geordie missing, as he'll be eyeing up for a mini personal goal for himself. Looking at the stats during the week, Darrell Foley is now on 486 points. So with our try scoring prowess we've had this season, he'll be looking to try to see if he can hit 500 today. First small so of the day set up. Good take at the back of the line out, and the Dolphin maul has been very strong this season, making lots of yardage, and it's moving still. Phil down at the back foot as it breaks off. It's gone, it's been dropped, it looks like backwards, still in tension. Dolphin still in retention of the ball anyways. John Fitz takes out in his own, doesn't need much support. Vaughan's there, his first hit of the day. Dolphin now really looking to set this attacking platform as soon as we can. A good line from Craig O'Connell, making that front foot ball. It's crucial every time he runs. Bit loose stepped up from Owen Hurley, I should say. Now see if they can get a calm head now in this attacking situation, what we can do. Darrell on the ball, just holds onto it there. Vaughan again, carried, he's brought to his knees. Bit of a delay in the ruck here now. Cam eyeing up that ball, is calling for it. Craig Connell on his shoulder again, makes good yards, but unfortunately he seems to have dropped that one forward as he attempted free offload. Now a chance for Monkstown to really push back in the counter. Ball to the hands of 13, Cormac Brennan. So he'll use the winger, he won't even need him. He'll break one, brings ball outside the 22 towards the 10. He gets the offer towards Danny Reardon, and we're going to have a penalty for Monkstown. It's going to be a callback for Captain Craig O'Connell. We'll see what this one's for. He seems to have committed the tackle. I'm not sure what was said there, but I missed it. But look, chance for Monkstown to push back themselves. Number 10, Charlie McMicken, brings the ball just inside the Dolphin 10-metre line. He's another one to keep an eye out now for today for Monkstown. 13 penalties this season. I believe he's got 55 points in total, with the most points in the league so far. So you don't want to be giving away too many penalties when he's about. Whew, ferocious start to the game anyways. So we'll see how we can settle this down. Hopefully it'll bring us to an edgy encounter. We know from Monkstown the results may not say it, as they're a bit further down in the league than we are, but as we were saying pre-match, the competition in this league is fierce. So both sides will be certainly looking to push on and to just, well, as we hit the quarter stage of the season, really try and put down a good mark on it. Right, overthrow the line out. Phil Downing claims it, takes it to the ground. We'll see now. Yeah, an immediate not rolling away, and Dolphin will take the penalty. It's something similar now last week against Tullamore, but it was on the claim of the lineup. But in this occasion, penalty will go against number 7, John Wallace. Cam now will step up and see what he can do. And he does it very well indeed. He brings Dolphin inside to the Monkstown 22. Now, it'll be interesting to see first 2 home games so far this season. We've had Lawrence in a similar position, and the man to be looking out for would be John Fitz at the back of this lineup and see what kind of line Craig O'Connell will run. Dolphin have opted for that short line out. John Fitz standing in the number 9 position. Ball up, taken in by Owen Sheehan. They've set the maul this time. Now, it's a good counter maul from Monkstown. Saw again that first one as well. It's going across rather than forward, so Darrell will take it out and hit Craig O'Connell, who, Jesus, beat that first man, and there's nobody there to protect it, and bit of a skerfuffle there, but it's end up in the hands of a Dolphin player, and they've set the ruck, and John Fitz will claim that and take into contact now. And his reward for that will be a penalty. Referee going to have another little chat just to try settle things down. We'll see now what the option be. They're going to go for the corner, so they're not even going to settle for the 3. They're really going to push and fast start. We're getting accustomed to Dolphin anyways. Bit of confusion there. Monkstown seem to think it's gone beyond the dead ball line. The linesman seems to have said it's gone to the 5. And the referee is going to, on this occasion, agree with Monkstown. So we'll bring it back, and I believe we'll have a scrum down, so just on the 22. And I suppose a missed opportunity in this case for Dolphin. Referee Kevin Coffey certainly trying to make his feelings known early on in the game just to try and settle things. It's had a very fast start today, so see now if we can settle down who will get the first score. We'll have a few players in this Dolphin team to keep an eye out for today. We've already seen some of them. The usual Craig O'Connell has been in fantastic form. Phil Dowling with 2 tries on his. He's now today making his 2nd start of the season. Another one, Dar Buckley, as he's talking with Owen Hurley and just his positioning. Bagged his first try for the club last weekend. Looking to try push on now again. Now a good scrum, and it's been wheeled, and Monkstown are going to take the penalty. The fake, the quick one. I assume they'll just take that in and just set their platform. And it's really building to be an exciting clash now in the opening couple of minutes. Not the most yardage you'd hope there for McMicken, but he'll bring play up towards the 10-metre line. It's definitely something that Monkstown can use. Now, a chance for Rob Wynn to try and settle the score after his first one. They go short competition again at the line from Owen Sheehan. The ball's gone loose and it's ended up in the hands of Jack Fox. It's going to be Dolphin ball at the base of the ruck. Vonnie takes, carries, second man. He's still pushing, needs it down. We'll see what we can set now. We can see Craig Collins eyeing that one up. He's got inside and outside. They go back door and Cam, and it looks like a bit of an interception there, an attempt. And it looks like we're going to get our first card of the game for the deliberate knock-on. Indeed we are. You could see that what the thought process behind it, he just read it very well, but the hand poking out just kind of never really claimed it. So, as the way the rules go, if you don't make a legitimate attempt or make it look like a legitimate attempt, you're going to be going to the bin for 10 minutes. This occasion, Darrell Foley brings us inside the 22 for another chance for Dolphin. So it's going to be number 11, Paul Hart, in the bin for today now. Now, line-out taken, another easy take for Owen Sheehan. Dolphin set the maul again. He'll try to get push. Monkstown have set a really good defence, not much competition at line-out time, but it looks like the maul might be able to take them all the way this time. And it's going to be a penalty try for Dolphin. And their efforts are rewarded on this occasion. Their maul has been very dominant so far this year. Monkstown opting not to compete at the contested line-out, to go for the challenge. And unfortunately, the drive just proved too much. And we'll get a penalty try from Mr. Kevin Coffey. We'll say thank you very much, and we'll bring play back to the halfway line, 7-0 to the good. Another new try score for the season, so Mr. Penalty. Now, back underway, Stapleton takes it into the hands of John Fitz. He'll take contact comfortably himself, as he always does. Dolphin will try and set and secure this ruck and set up a base for, I assume it'll only be a kickback. Move off the ball there, Owen Sheehan losing his shirt. I don't think many people will mind that. Try to secure this ruck. Dave O'Mahony's eyeing it up. Pop off the shoulder to John Fitz, and there's going to be a chance of a breakaway here. Cameron Shoxley offloads to Phil Dowling, offloads to Carl Waterman. Hasn't had much of a chance this season, but really shows his pass. Lovely off to John Fitz, still going into the 22 here. And it's gone out to Darrell Foley. Surely not going to go all the way here. Just taking another offload. Owen Hurley in this occasion brought down. Dolphin now just less than 5 metres short of the line. John Fitz offloads to James Vaughan. Taken down, sets. See where he can go, hands wide, not maybe option. Craig O'Connell out towards Scott Sexton. He's a man with him. On this occasion, beats one, gets the offload to Craig, hands towards Cameron Shoxley. Owen Hurley's over the corner. Fantastic try from Dolphin there. Unbelievable from one end to the other. The epitome of what we want from this team this season. Any opportunity they'll take, runs through. Unbelievable. Try of the year, he'll be try of the season, no doubt. Craig O'Connell taking the offload from Owen Hurley, from Cameron Shoxley, and Owen Hurley runs it in. Try number 6 for him. Second try of the season in his first start, actually. Absolutely brilliant. I was just going to say Phil Dowling would be disappointed not to get the try in the first instance given for the penalty, but fantastic, just brilliant turn of speed from him, and just the support was incredible. John Fitz getting involved once or twice there, Phil Dowling, Carl Waterman making a break and then getting back, just the support running from the side. Jesus, unbelievable stuff. Now Darrell Foley will get his chance for the first kick of the game, and I'm going to get a chance for a breather because this has been non-stop so far. Connection wasn't the greatest, and unfortunately not to be this on this occasion. But 12 points to the good for Dolphin early on. As we 11 minutes in, 12 points, halfway to our bonus point. I think play will just be delayed a little bit as Cormac Brennan is receiving a little bit of treatment. I'd say Stokesy and Dave wouldn't be too happy so far. I would love to hear their thoughts on that one, but Jesus, what a score. Now we'll be certainly going on the Instagram now next week. Right, back on the way again from Stapleton. He's gone high this time, but it looks like John Fitz going to receive it again comfortably. And he'll take it into contact. Now, as per usual, it looks like Darrell's called for the box. We'll see what goes with it. Will be seems a bit of confusion as Vonnie set up for the carry, but he's gone for the box, and unfortunately we've gone out in the full. So not totally settled into the game so far. A couple of little issues, but they'll iron out. Again, we said not missing a couple of changes into today's team, but look, when we look at the Dolphin side this season, the depth is just phenomenal. As we look just down the touchline, even just Brian O'Mahony, vice captain for the season, yet to make an appearance. He was out with injury, made his comeback last week for the seconds against UL Bows, and it just shows when the vice captain is coming back from injury, he's not walking to that team. You know, there's competition. He's got to earn his spot. Right, again, competitive at the lineup, but it's fallen, and is that forward or no? It's going to be still in the hands of Monkstown. Right, chance for him to put an attacking threat of their own. They've got themselves an advantage. Hooker Rob Wynn will take that one in now. Slow down, we'll see what kind of test the Dolphin defence can hold there. They kind of read that one as Cormac Brennan ran into a two-man wall there. Hit 3 or 4 phases. They're going to go back and forth and try to suck in that defence. We can see that Dolphin defence has gone quite narrow now, but will they have a chance to go wide? Looks like Monkstown are happy to keep it narrow though. A little back door from number 9 there, Tristan Brady. Slow things down. Again, Wynn seems to be a strong carry of the ball, but he's been sucked in by Craig O'Connell and Cam. But the referee decided no more, and they'll bring it back for the penalty. Now it'll be interesting to see if Monkstown themselves are going to go for the corner, will they go for the tap, or will they try to take their points and just settle themselves and put themselves in the scoreboard? I have a feeling they're going to go for the corner, even with the strength of the boot they have with Charlie McMicken. I'd say when they're this close, they might as well try and fight for something. But I will say it's good to see a club now like Monkstown, and I must make the distinction, it's Monkstown FC, not RFC. The club so old actually that they've been rewarded with the title of FC. Instead of RFC, as they set their first Maul day. Now we'll see what kind of counter Maul defence Dolphin can set in. It looks to be good so far, and it looks like we've sacked it. So now, pick and drive. We'll see what kind of yardage can be made. Up and at the back, at the base of the ruck, we've gone for the hands this time. It's hit number 13 Cormac Brennan, and Dolphin have just enough to get hands around it, and it's loose, gone loose, and Bucks is on the ball. Bucks has got secured the interception after a bit of a poor attempt to the hands. We'll see now what Dolphin can do to set this. Dave O'Mahony is on his own, but he's going to take that one into contact through a little half a gap. We'll set again, this time Owen Hurley on the ball. Geez, big hit there now. Takes that into contact. Missing last week through illness. Anyone to secure that, seal that ruck. Looks like Darrell's going to go for the box. Or we'll go back door. No, he's going to go for the box. Just clear the lines. Brings to a bit of safety. Again, another bit that Dolphin defence proving strong time and time out again this season. And Monkstown will now have the will have the line out ball just on the 22-metre line. Tom Sheehan there just down receiving a little bit of treatment. Bit of a sore neck. He'll be fine. We hope. But yeah, again, as you just look back on last week, we had another new cap on the bench, just as we show our depth and the strength that we can pull from it. Tom O'Mara came off the bench on the wing, but he's normally number 9 actually, and I think he's playing 10 for the under-21s today up in Kuna versus Shannon, so we hope they're going well. I think they start at 1 o'clock. Well known in the club. His father Barry was a senior scrum half in the mid-90s. Grandfather was club captain and president as well, and also a former Irish international. So the maul was set, and we'll see again. It's been a very forward heavy game so far this season. Not making much ground again. So Tristan Brady opts for the back door. Cormac Brennan, Waterrun's nearly read it, but well held, and ball out in the corner for Danny Reardon. He's going to be snuffed into touch. He will be. They're posing threats. almost there, just almost. Carl Wanham is just inches away now. He's been a bit quiet so far this season. Unfortunately, the ball hasn't just gone down his wing, but he's 2 chances now today. Well, 1 chance in the ball today. He made his yards in the getting involved in that unbelievable try by Owen Hurley, and almost there. He was nearly away for another goal, but Dolphin now will go for the short line out, secured by Owen Sheehan. Quick ball. John Fitz will take down into contact there now, and we'll see next couple 2, 3, 4 yards there now, and we'll see. We'll set again, go back towards Cam, and we'll just clear our lines. Now, ball in the hands of Matt Stapleton, out towards Cormac Brennan. The 2 centres are taking a lot of the ball for Monkstown so far. Good tackle from Bucks. Dolphin immediately over it, getting out of the way there, and again the ruck has been lost. Good ball right in the edge there towards number 8, Ruan McDonald. He's one to watch. He's been playing Leinster Junior for the last 2 years. Carried right to the base. He's broken the first line of defence as McMicken. He's going to have some support him. He's gone wide. There's no one there. Is the bounce going to work well for Danny Reardon? It is. But who's going to be there from the Dolphin side defensively? And it's going to be a penalty to Monkstown. They've opted for the quick one, it seems. No one seems to on either side. We're going to try and get him to ground there now. Let's see how much of a scramble this Dolphin defence. They're being really tested so far. McMicken on the ball. Up for McDonald again. Just yards from the Dolphin line now. Another advantage to come. They've gone for the corner, and he's going to beat Bucks. He's going to be in over the corner. Number 14, Liam Barry, in his 3rd start this season, over in the corner. All this while down a man, as we can see Paul Hart putting on a bib. There's still a bit of time before he comes back on. But they're really posing threat to this Dolphin defence. A good short carry there from Ruan, just off the shoulder, securing the penalty, and they just span wide when you're in the corner. It's a 2-on-1 on Bucks. He couldn't really do much. Tough kick now for McMicken, but if anyone can do it, he can. McMicken's your man. Splits the post very nicely, has McMicken. Adding to his points out of the season. Getting 2 more points for Monkstown now, just 5 points in it. And this will be a big boost to Monkstown with the threatening, their attacking threat they've been pushing us on now with all while down a man. Dolphin really haven't been able to exploit. I know it's just a man in the wing, but that backfield's been covered very well. Their centres are doing a very good job, actually. We'll see what kind of response we can get from here now. Darryl Foley, man of experience he is, just trying to talk around, get everyone to calm down as we restart. Darryl Sullivan coming in there late. A couple of fellas just picking up a few knocks. Now, Cameron Shocks in the restart. Goes short outside the 22. Bucks is up there again with the hit. He's been brilliant at those chase downs. Monkstown set going to be to return it immediately. McMicken's got good length in his boot. Time now for Owen Hurley. Brings it back inside to John Fitzgerald. See what he can do now. He'll charge it down, so he will. Taking the first attempt. Now, it's really just a bruising contest so far. The 4's doing a lot of work. The 10's are going to be very important to see this. Craig O'Connell, good line there again. Every time he gets a ball, you just have a feeling that he gets half an inch and you feel like he's going to run the pitch. Ball loose there at the breakdown. Oh, nearly an intercept, but it's gone in the hands of John Fitz, and there's going to be hold up the play there now. Who was that down? I think is that the number 7? I'm not sure. Could it be John Wallace? I think he was the man who had to bravely take on John Fitzgerald, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. Monkstown getting a sub at the ready. See if he's needed. No, it was in fact John Wallace. He's good. Right, we'll have a scrum now. Dolphin put in. Is this the first of the day? Second. First one First one went in the way of Monkstown. They got a nice penalty. My memory's still holding somewhat sharp. There's a nice crowd around today, I must admit now, just as we try to find something to talk about. We've got a man stepping up for presidential duties as a club president. Diesel McCarthy's out in Abu Dhabi on official club business. I can't say much now, but I will categorically deny of any dodgy dealings going on. But if you find out in a couple of months there's been an injection of cash and we've been renamed Dubai Dolphins, it wasn't with him, I swear. Now, John Fitz on the ball from the back of the ruck. Dolphin secured it. Craig O'Connell takes into contact. Round the corner, good run from Darragh Sullivan, and he gets a couple of yards with that. Quick rucks coming from Dolphin. Vaughan on his own, little drink inside, and he'll take that one to the floor. Calls of offside from interim president. We'll hear those all day long, I'd say. Good charge from Brennan. Owen Hurley does well to stay on his feet there before he's taking the ground. Now we've got to roll in the defence. It's not happening, and Monkstown are straight over it, and they're going to get the penalty. Now, is this the kind of range for McMicken? Are we hearing calls for the corner? Will they go for it again? Should say they're back up to the full 15 at this stage now as well. Monkstown. John Fitz is down receiving a bit of treatment, but we must say, just like last week against Tullamore, Dolphin, when they get their chances, they are clinical. 2 trips to the 22, 2 tries so far. But Monkstown themselves, just like Tullamore last week, they're holding onto the ball and they're building themselves back into this game. They've gotten themselves an early try, and they're really just going to bring the test to us. And we're going to have to see now if we can, how long we can hold on out for before we can get our next break. Reading a few comments there now. Good to see Charlie Whitford, James Ferris and Ryan O'Connell tuning in. Cheers, boys. Loving the comments. I know Ryan had a couple of starts himself this season before he flew off to Australia, so good to see that he's still able to keep in touch. Now Monkstown, it's been a line-out dominant game so far today. Not much wind, which will suit both sides. It is a bit overcast. We've had our showers of rain, but it's held off so far today. Comfortable take there from Jack Tully, and we'll see now as they set them all. Not making much movement so far, but there's a couple of steps starting to go. Will they start building for Monkstown in their favour? Dolphin held off that first ball quite well. It looks to be this time Monkstown have benefited from this way, and they're really making movement now. It's been brought down by John Fitz, and this bring it just to the 5 metre line now. They're going to try to pick and go. Dolphin calling for that defensive line to see what they can do. They opt out the backs. It's not gone to their favour. It's dropped. It's loose. And it's going to be put into the scrum for Dolphin, and a chance for them to clear the lines. They'll be quite relieved with that one actually now. Monkstown didn't look like they weren't going a full pace, not round the corner or anything, but they definitely seemed to have something up, but they went going out the back door. A lot of heavy collisions going on, as we can see just from the slow stop-start nature of today's game. A lot of just niggles and knocks. You can hear the tackles from up here sometimes. They're bruising, crunching. Doesn't help when you're on this hard 4G material either. Now, Darren Foley with the put into the scrum. Picked at the back from John Fitz and Craig O'Connell. Jesus, every hit. I wouldn't want to be with the other end of that now anyways, that's for certain. Now Jack Fox takes that one in. Seal Dolphin just trying to build themselves a platform, I assume, to get themselves outside their 22 and try to put on an attacking shape of their own. Looks like we're going to go back for Cameron O'Shaughnessy. Big boot in him now. who clears lines and bring us up towards the 10-metre line or even further. Brilliant kick from Cam. Just gets that pressure off once again. And it's very important when we look at the league table this season, just that, as they always say, well, the adage goes, attack will win you games, but defence will win you titles. And when we look at the table this season so far, the defensive platform that we've been setting has really helped us to that. Lineout's gone astray. The new rule, the new rule hasn't come into play just yet. So crooked lineout from Monkstown, so we'll have Dolphin put into the scrum. The new rules will be coming in, I believe, from the start of next year, that if the lineout is crooked, you can play away so long as the attacking team doesn't, the defending team will say doesn't receive the ball. But going back, just saying, on our defence, I think we're up there now in terms of points difference. Let me just check that little table. Ballyclare in fourth on 100 points difference is going to be a big one to catch, but we're in second on a bit of a distance second, 64, but second strongest defence in the league. We know Ballyclare have been boosted by their big 66-0 victory over Bruff last weekend. A difficult one when Bruff are travelling up north. But it's the defence that's going to be absolutely crucial. So far this season, 4 games in, 59 points conceded. We'll be very happy with that, considering some of the other teams. And, well, when you're strong in defence and attack, we're second in offence as well with 123 points to our name. Now, a little bit of lull. We'll just give you the scores around the doors so far. So far elsewhere now, as Darrell Foley puts that ball into the scrum, Tullamore at home this week to Middleton are currently trailing 7 points to 3. Now, I'll go back to that in a second. His ball goes to Scott Sexton, who the dummy gets through a little gap there, and he's down and he's up again. He's moving. Owen Hurley is over that one, as is Craig O'Connell. Now, where are they going to go with this? Darrell looks left. He goes back right towards James Vaughan. As he takes in, it gets another bit of ground as well. So that carries are crucial on the floor. Craig comes around the corner, flying there, bounces off one there very well. Offloads to Tom Sheen, who gets the ball out towards Phil Dowling on the wing. He's loving it. He's loving himself out there so far today. Now, quick ball, ruck time. It's bounced well, and Darragh Sullivan claims that one. He's taking that one in. Can they keep that ball? We have an advantage now. So there's a bit of a free play. I assume that's going to be for a penalty. Opting for the inside, doesn't take it, but Darragh goes on his own. Just brings it inside the 22 now. Is there anyone there to see it for Dolphin? Danny Reardon's gone over it to take it, but it's going to be brought back for the penalty for Dolphin. Down in the middle of the pitch, we wonder, will they try and go to the corner? Will they just try and put a boot to that and just eke out their lead that bit more? Right, back towards the scores, as I was saying. Bruff at home this week to Enniscorthy are currently trailing 14 points to 3. Clonmel at home to Belfast Harlequins trailing 7-0. Ourselves, as you can see, are 12-7 up against Monkstown, and a big game up north between Omagh and Ballyclare. So far, Omagh are 12-7 up. But as we were saying before the game, every game is a very close competition. We can see this week, like Omagh are in 7th place going up against Ballyclare, but it'll be a contest that both teams will be going for. I know we had a comfortable victory against Omagh, which we will look back on with great joy for our first home game for the season. But they've been competitive in every game since then. I know they're down in 7th, but they're still not ones to just push by. And Ballyclare, like Monkstown, coming up from the junior ranks last season, will be very happy with that. With their start in 4th place this season with just 1 defeat to their name. Now, Darrell Foley opted for the corner, but he hasn't made it, unfortunately. That's going to be crucial. He's going to ruin that one. Monkstown clear their lines. And that line is going to be just between the 10 and the halfway inside this Monkstown half. Now, quick ball at the line out towards the back, Owen Sheehan. He's been a phenomenal man at lineouts this season, really, really doing well. Himself alongside Matt Barry, who's back at the bench after being away last week competing in the High Rocks out in Milan. So congrats to him. A little dummy, a little juke from Phil Dowling. He's taking that to ground, but the ball is loose. And we're going to come back for another penalty for Dolphin. And Cam this time will secure it and will bring us well inside the Monkstown 22. A lot of penalties from both sides today. We'll just see now how far into this game now are we? 32 minutes in. Will be one thing that both coaches will be looking at half time. Just trying to settle it, take control. Now, again, uncontested for Owen Sheehan. They've not gone for the sack, but they've definitely, or they have actually. I was wrong there, but they've held off the Dolphin maul very well. But Cam jinks that first man, he makes a couple of yards. Now, can Dolphin build fast ball around the corner with Jack Fox? Come on, Foxy making his second start of the season now today. Anybody over that? No, it looks like Monkstown have ripped it. And they're going to get the penalty from that as well. Dolphin will be very disappointed with this. They've had a couple, not as clinical today as they've been other times in the season. Definitely missing just that extra 1 or 2%. It's one thing I reckon coaches Fordy and Scotty will be looking at now at half time, just to kind of get a bit of confidence into lads, just to back themselves and just to keep working, because on offense we can clearly see they're not short for it when in loose play. There's a lot of support runners, a lot of fast ball coming around the corner, which is really helping. And the crucial thing I'm noticing so far in every home game we've had is just those on attack. It's not just when they take the ball, carrying the ball at speed into the tackle, it's the work beyond the tackle. They'll take that hit and they'll eke those extra couple of meters out, which is crucial just in terms of setting a fast platform. Now, clean take at the line at this time for Monkstown, but the Dolphin pack is counter-mauling very well, and it's broken off the back by Rob Wynn. Now it's been cleared off, and they look to see now how they can build from this. They're staying narrow. I reckon a pick and go's on the way. They're going to just try and build towards this halfway line, but he's made some ground there, McDonald, but two men just really pushing him back. Opted for the box there. Now has Brady. Waterman's underneath that now comfortably. What's he going to do? Goes on his own. He beats the first and he's taken by the second, but he gets another couple of yards with it again. And interestingly, a penalty. Interesting call there from referee Kevin Coffey. Penalty against Carl Waterman for what he not rolling away, but I assume it's for just taking too many rolls and he's brought to the ground. But one could argue Monkstown just in the same thing in the last phase of play prior to that. So not the cleanest half from Dolphin this season, but as we enter the quarter stage of it, there's definitely going to be a lot of competition coming, a lot of tough games. So at some point your run of good form is going to hit a bit of a brick wall, and we're not going to suggest there's a bit of stagnation, but it's a good test just to allow them to push on to this next level. Competition at the line out, as we say, and that's where we rise to the occasions. Owen Sheehan with the steal of the line out. Crucial steal for Dolphin. Now let's see, as Darrell Foley was set. Ball to John Fitz. Now we'll just set ourselves and just try to clear that ball and get ourselves out of here again if we can. Ball back to Cameron Shoxey, brings us just towards the 10-metre line, which is brilliant stuff. Now, are Monkstown going to opt for the quick line out? No. The experienced Danny Reardon decides, no, we should not. Just handy for Monkstown having a player like Danny Reardon as the experience in the squad when you've got Captain Tony McGuinness missing this week, unfortunately. But it's that extra 1 or 2%, as we mentioned, we're just going to be missing. And unfortunately, one of those we are missing today is fullback Jordy Soley, who has been in phenomenal form so far this season. In fact, after just 4 games, he's already joint sixth in kicking conversions for the club, tied with former Irish international and Lion Mick Kiernan on 12. And see Monkstown break off the back of that ruck. And you might think after just 4 games he's already tied 6th, but it just shows how the longevity we've had in the club in their history at 10, when we've had the likes of Barry Keeshan, we've had Darrell Foley in there, we've had John O'Mahony. You know, when you got stalwarts like that who's there for so long, it's actually doesn't take much to really build from that. Now, good counter-rucking from Dolphin, and the ball is there but not allowed to go for it, but they're really doing their best to disrupt it and slow things down as much as they can. Right, they've gone for the backs this time, and Mick Micken will take it himself. Dolphin bring him to ground. We'll set an attacking platform, going right to Rob Wynn on this occasion. They're doing very well just to absorb that first hit. That second man who just kind of get that bounce to be in very quickly for that poach is not able to get in there today so far. Monkstown doing very well with those clear outs. But are we over on this occasion? no, we aren't, and we're judged to have done something illegal there by the referee, so Monkstown will have the free play. Stapleton opting to kick towards the corner. Hopefully Darrell Foley just see it out. He will, and referee Kevin Coffey brings back for the penalty. Now, some communication amongst the team leads on the Monkstown side as they try and decide what the call is going to be. And they've decided to go for the scrum. Interesting call here. Their line-out doesn't seem to be most successful today. A mixture of pressure from the Dolphin pack and Owen Sheehan's incredible performance at line-out time just disrupting them enough. The first couple of scrums we've had in today's game, they've been quite competitive though. It's our fourth scrum today. One for Monkstown, which they've won, and two for Dolphin, which they've also won on own ball. So a bit of confidence for them to get this, and I suppose they'll got a little pre-planned move of their own, see what they can do to try and manipulate this Dolphin defence and get themselves under the post, cross into that whitewash. Good solid scrum from both sides. There's no eking out of that. Now, ball to Chris Stapleton. Looks like it's going back door towards wing Paul Hart. And he's been brought down at the first attempt by Craig O'Connell. We'll see now what kind of platform Monkstown gets. The forwards come around the corner. Ball goes to Ruan McDonald. Taken down comfortably. Now we'll see again by Craig O'Connell as they go a bit faster. Rob Wynn, it was well read there by Phil Dowling. He's first to hit that tackle. Or not Phil Dowling, but Tom Sheehan, I think that was. Again, around the corner, they're going for fast balls. They go wide. It looks like a bit of an overlap here. McMicken, great support from the inside from Dolphin. Phenomenal defence. And they've really put him in the back four. The ball's been dropped. It's gone loose. Is there a knock on there as well? And the referee's whistle goes. And that's some absolutely incredible defence by James Vaughan. They're an absolute fortress. Every player just fighting for each other. As we get a quick replay of that, just brilliant stuff there. They thought they had the man overlap out wide, and in the hit from James Vaughan, and followed through by Cameron O'Shaughnessy, and then Scott Sexton's over there as well. Phenomenal do-or-die defence there. The scramble is just brilliant stuff. At all times, they have complete trust in each other, which is just brilliant to see. And we can really see, like, with all the new faces coming into the squad this season. I have a look now on my team sheets, all the fresh faces, the likes of Tom Sheehan, Darrell Sullivan, Owen Sheehan, Scott Sexton and Carl Waterman. They're just today's starting team, more on the bench as well, but they've really just come into the club, adopted the culture, and everyone's kind of really connected and woven in very nicely, very quickly, which is absolutely crucial, because as the season goes on, we gel that bit more, they're just going to get better and better. As you see now, our first sub of today is number 17, James Og Maguire comes on. Monkstown will see if this makes any difference at scrum time. As making his way is number 3, Martin Murphy. And now it's immediately gone to ground. The referee has decided to give a penalty to Dolphin. And they will be absolutely delighted with this, as we believe we're at half time now at this stage. So I wonder, are they going to keep going, or will they just tap it and put it away? They've opted to keep going. Right. Cam O'Shaughnessy's boot brings us up to the 10-metre line of the Dolphin half. It's a big moment now for Dolphin. They've really done well defensively. They've just held on, just kept Monkstown to that single score so far today. They just need to just tidy up a few things in a couple of percentage points. Ball Dave O'Mahony this time with the line now. Cam to Craig. Good line from Owen Hurley there. He takes from Scott Sexton, takes into contact. Pick and go from Ruck's time from James Vaughan. Fast ball. We want fast ball. Has been crucial this season. Hit him narrow and just finish him wide and just try to get fast ball, just to suck him in as much as we can. But unfortunately, it's not gone to hand. And looks like we've gone to out, and that's going to be it for the first half. Very tense and cagey affair with both teams throwing everything they can at it. couple of points working from both sides. Dolphin will be very happy to go in with 5 points to the good. They've definitely left a few points out there on which they won't be happy with, but just a couple of tidy little things, just to micro changes now, and we'll be very happy going to the second half. Defence, as usual, has been brilliant. Monkstown will be very happy to be taking this competition to Dolphin. Just 5 points now in at half time, and we'll all get a chance for a little breather. Right, just before we get back for the second half now, just take a quick commission. I'm sure you would have had a nice little breather and seen all of our little ads there at half time, but we just want to make a mention, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us, the likes of Kiri's and Virgin Media, who are big sponsors for the club. But also, when we're doing this stuff, we're bringing it free to you. So if you don't mind, if you like the sound of my old voice, all the effort we're putting in, feel free to just drop us a little price of a coffee, a little donation. Everything kind of helps support the club and support what we're doing, and definitely makes me feel better when I come back at the end of the day seeing I'm actually doing something that's getting us a bit of money. I might just ask you to get that. Right, as Cameron Shoxley gets us back underway for the second half, joined by Peter Scott, head coach of Dolphin. What do you make of the game so far, Scotty?
Well, I think we got off to a very good start. Mentally quite attuned, and unfortunately they went down to a yellow card and we let them back into the game. We seemed to just switch off a little bit, and they're a fine team. You know, they're giving us a lot of problems in a lot of different spaces. So we're just going to have to be patient. We're going to have to work our opportunities and hopefully improve our basics, particularly around the breakdown. And some of our kicking hasn't been great either.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Just a couple of the percentage points we're just missing. But what do you take then? Just on the how do you feel about our defence so far? It's been quite good again this season. Like, we've seen other games this season, but they're really held off under the pressure and kind of come out of it every time as well.
Yeah, look, I think the structure and the shape is very good. I think the commitment of the players is very good overall. We did speak at halftime, maybe we're a little softer on the fringes, and that's giving us a small bit of trouble, but overall it has been excellent, yeah.
And just a quick point to the offence now, it's Phil Down will go to take the line out. How do you think, is it just a little bit of nerves, we think, up the front? They haven't been as clinical as they've been in previous matches.
It's just a little lack of accuracy. In fairness to Monkstown, I think they're really, really good on the ground, and they're giving us a lot of trouble around those spaces, which means we're not getting any fluidity, and they're tackling well, but we just need to retain our patience overall, I think, is the biggest issue.
Brilliant. Cheers. Thank you very much, Scotty.
Thank you.
Right, quickly ball over, and Craig O'Connell's going to be over for a try. Brilliant timing. Absolutely fantastic. So, lovely words there as we're deep in discussion. We'll just quickly watch that one back over as we're focusing on that. But again, there was a nice little interplay off the back of that line with John Fitz taking that one in and putting the pressure on, and it's the exact response I'd say Scotty and the lads would be looking for. Craig Connell just getting that ball just a couple of yards, just diving through. Try number 6 for him for the season, and it's rare to see a game go without Craig scoring at this stage, so he's going to be delighted to add to that. But definitely that's going to be a joy to Peter Scott and the rest of the Dolphin coaching setup there to see that kind of response immediately out the gates. We're very fast with the gates in every game so far. We've noticed there's always been a score early on, and now Darryl Foley has a chance to extend the lead to 12 points, which he does. Now, Darryl Foley, a thing of note just for Darryl is that brings him up, if my numbers are correct, up to 488 points in the AIL for Dolphin, which is, I must look at my notes in terms of point scores. He's comfortably in third, but unfortunately he's going to be a bit far away from second place. He's got a double plus his tally to reach the levels of John O'Mahony with 1,200, but 488 for Darryl. He'll be nearing his 500, and that now, alongside that, he's actually he's kicked the most conversions for the club in a single season. In fact, he's done it twice, last season and back in 21-22 with 41 conversions. And the rate we're going this season with the amount of tries we've scored, they're definitely, well, he may not be getting all of them, but he's definitely going to be looking at them. So far, we've had 18 tries in the first 4 matches, and that's another 3 to bring on today. So we're up to 21 tries in 5 games, which, comparing to days, like, we can finally see the use of the pitch, the 4G pitch has really allowed us to play a much more expansive game. Because especially when we look now at the likes of Monkstown, McMicken has been kicking a lot and has been very accurate from the tee. We saw a lovely kick from him after the first conversion. They're on 13 penalties this season with 8 conversions after 10 tries. Ourselves, coming into today's game, we only had 3 penalties. And the last time Dolphin actually kicked more than 11 penalties was actually pre-COVID. So it shows how, over the last couple of years, the coaching ticket, how we've kind of transformed and transitioned from the way we play to really play more expansive rugby. We've seen that so far this year. Now, Ball after the line out in Dolphin hands as Darrell Foley opts to kick this one towards touch, and unfortunately he's gone out in the full after me singing his praise. But again, it was a very cagey first half. Strong stuff from both sides, but this has definitely put in a bit of breathing room for us, and we'll be very, very happy now just to have a little bit of extra space with 12 points. Puts us more than that 2 scores in front. Now, as I've missed, Matt Barry has entered the fray. He's been an expert man at the lineouts. Brilliant performance in Bruff in the first game and in every game since. He was missing out last week. Now, Monkstown trying to set an attacking platform with their own. Ball's out to Chris Stapleton as he brings play just onto the 22-metre line. Monkstown now setting Rob Wynn on the ball, who's been very involved today, and they're going to get rewarded with a penalty. They're going to go for the quick one, I'd say, from a high tackle. They've got their forwards out left. Ball with McMicken over to number 5, Jay Kennedy. Dolphin defence is set now, waiting for this now to come. There's going to be a big test for both sides now. Monkstown want to kick on with that attacking, and they're going to be rewarded as well for, I assume, is going to be not rolling away, and referee's going to go to the book. And without a bit harsh about giving us a warning, but I suppose just on the quick turnaround, it's going to be a yellow card to James Vaughan. Monkstown now will be very, very happy with this. As Scotty mentioned, around the fringes at ruck time, they've been very good, and we've been a little bit on the soft side. They were hoping to tune that, so Monkstown now will try and put this pressure on, especially as he missed a man from the forwards. Now, pick and go around the corner. So they have another advantage. They'll definitely be upset if they come out of here with a score now. They really want to put some pressure on this Dolphin side. Going around the corner again, they got a 2-1. Good ball from Danny Reardon, and unfortunately just been knocked on over the line. Excellent bit of skills there, but unfortunately not to fruition. Danny Reardon taking that catch pass, lovely. All of the experience come together there, but unfortunately just not to be just a little couple of inches too much outside in the wing for Liam Brady. Now, they'll go quick. I'll have to catch him in a few bits in a second. Now, again, Jake Kennedy, I should say, takes that one in. How would the Dolphin defence cope? Good line from Rob Wynn. Again, just a metre, inches short. Ball goes loose, but are they going to put the pressure on it? It has. It's not gone to their way this time. Loose ball, Dolphin up and out very fast. Try to set the defensive line, put them under a bit of pressure. Inside, ball not needed for Moo McDonald, and they've gone for the offload, and they've got numbers out wide with an overlap, but the Dolphin defence is holding very, very, very well here. Now, pick and go, working inside, not really making much ground forward, but going sideways. Onto the Dolphin 5, ball is out. Good line from McDonald, and is he going to make it? With the reach of the arm, he is. And you could see just the arch in his run there. As he came onto the ball here, as he ran inside, takes a couple of hits, and it's just the arch of his run. He's caught it kind of behind his back, but arguably maybe need that double hit. He just has the bit of height in him with the arm outreach. All the experience of, I suppose there's a reason why he's been playing Leinster Junior for the last 2 seasons. Ruan McDonald. And Monkstown very much still in this game. We've had a couple of changes on both sides now. I'll just make note there. We can just see number 22 coming on from them. According to my notes, I believe is James O'Sullivan. We've also had Martin Murphy coming back on, so James O'Maguire could get a bit of a breather. There's another kick started by Charlie McMicken. No surprise there. You can also see number 18, Jim O'Shea, has come onto the pitch. Liam Brady has come off alongside Jack Tully. So I assume James O'Sullivan's going on in the wing position for Monkstown. On the Dolphin side, we can see that Matt Barry has come into the fray. He's been on now for a while at back row. Dave Byrne has also come in now to make his second appearance. I think his second appearance of the season. Just one appearance this year, so he's on for his second today. He's probably the nearest man to our 100 caps with 87 to his name, making it 88. Now, Cam Shoxley gets underway again, opts deep. McMicken happily takes it and returns it, but he hasn't found touch, well kept in by Owen Hurley. Now, he's got 3 men in front of him, he's going to go on his own, but tries the speculative offload, it's not worked, but it won't matter because he's going to get the penalty. Now, just gives Dolphin a chance just to hopefully settle down, take a breath, and just eke out their 10 minutes as James Vaughan sits on the bench. Tight angle, not much yardage to be made there from Cam, but he brings us towards that 10-metre line. He brings us into the Monkstown half. So all they need now is just set up a base and just try and eke out some of that 10 minutes and keep hold of that ball. 19-14 the score, as we see Jack Tully come back on for Monkstown. What's going on here? Who's going to make way for him? No one seemingly. Were they just numbers wrong? Unfortunately, it's been stolen at the line out. Not going to be the happiest of starts for Matt Barry at line out time. Right, Monkstown definitely had a bit of a kick up the hole. They're moving, made a shot a bit whiskey at half time, but they're definitely excelling there. Pressure on, and unfortunately, Scott's going to tackle, didn't get the intercept, but Stapleton now goes for the offload himself, and it's gone off a Dolphin hand, and when the ball was loose, and it's going to be put into line out for Monkstown. A lot of action, very competitive game. It's kind of cagey we haven't seen in Virgin Media Park this season so far, but we're definitely all for the big crowd supporting the team and rallying behind the troops. Tom Sheehan, the one who got a bit of a taking some time off for Dolphin, as has Darragh Sullivan still on. Owen Sheehan's on. I believe Dave Manny is also off. Yeah, Dave Manny, the man who's got a rest. It's gone over toward the line, and it's Phil Downing will happily claim that at the back. He bumps his first man, and he's going to take a penalty from that as well. Now, are we going to get another card, second card from Monkstown today? Surely, if he's having a bit of a chat, or what's happening here? He's just giving him a talking to, or no. Kevin Coffey, referee today, certainly not been afraid to get what he wants from his players, and he's not afraid to call him back and make his feelings known. Just trying to keep tempers calm now. Cam brings us inside the Monkstown 22. A lovely kick, just actually about 9 metres from the Monkstown line. Really good opportunity here for the Dolphin side to push this strong maul they've had all season. Phil Dowling and Jack Fox having a little bit of a chat to see what the call's going to be. Just making sure this gap is all right. Now, we're going to go. Matt Barry's going to be Sheehan who jumps. It's going to be Owen Sheehan who takes that now. Let's see if we'll set them all. John Fitz takes that one, and it's going to go its way back towards Phil Dowling, I'd say. Not much movement as Craig O'Connell decides to join in, as does Scott Sexton. Moving. It's moving. Where are we going to go? Where's that ball getting up? It's going to be just a couple metres short of the line. Dolphins still hold on to the possession. Now it's a pick and go from, looks like Matt Barry. Has that been ripped? No, they're still there, securing that and sealing it. Couple minutes from the line out. We'll see what we can do. Dave Byrne tries for the pick and go, not there. Up for the hands. Craig Cameron Shocks, he takes it. He slips. Unfortunately, did well to hold on to that ball and keep a bit of pace as he moved on to it. Another pick and drive. Ball from Darragh Foley. Can the ball come back, or where is that ball? Dolphin trying to say it's over the line. This time they're they're inches away, lads. We're going to go left. We're going to go right. Foley opts for the short option again. Owen Sheehan takes out and driven back very well there by Monkstown. Now, Phil Dowling this time steps up to take it in. This Monkstown defence is a real test for them now. Can they hold on out? They've been clinical in the 22 so much this season. Craig O'Connell tries to take it. Is he there? No. Again, just shy. Darragh Foley opts for a pick and carry himself. Brilliant defensive effort from Monkstown. Was he there at that time? Thought he might have been, just no. The pick and carries. Heard the offside call. Phil Dowling on alone here, but he's going to make it. He is! Phil Dowling. Incredible performance this season. We said last week he had to go away for the baby. He didn't. They've held on, and he's gone again. I'm wrong, is it, Phil? No, it was. John Fitz has gone to celebrate with him. He'll go back to happy again. Should it be the case? We'll watch over again. Isolated as he caught the ball, but he did very, very well. The defence was holding so strong and firm from Monkstown, but he gets the ball in his own. A little quick half step, a little bit of a roll, and he just reaches the other side of the post. Definitely in his favour. Phil Dowling will be very, very happy with that. 2 starts this season, 3 tries to his name. This one doesn't need a line out for him to stake a claim at it. A couple of subs come from the Dolphin side now. Have a bit of a chat. 11 tries for Phil Dowling. And Darrell Foley adds the extras comfortably, brings his tally for the club up to 490 and brings Dolphins' points for today up to 26. That secures their bonus point yet again. Again, a 12-point cushion, which they are going to be very happy again, just eaching out to more than 2 scores. Now Stapleton with the line out, or the kickoff I should say, into Matt Barry this time, as he went a bit shorter than normal. Now Dolphin try stake a claim to this, just like Monkstown did in the first half. Once they went down a man, they nearly pushed on a bit, just kind of pulled the squad together as they fought that little bit more. You have to work that much harder with the 14th man. You don't try and overdo it either. Just because you have that extra man doesn't mean you can. It doesn't guarantee a score, but you just have to work that bit harder, and they've done so. And both sides have been very happy when they've actually been down a man. Now, ball loose in the Monkstown side. McMicken now, when he opts for the corner, he's going to go for the run to Stapleton. He's beaten one off the soft shoulder from 2 Dolphin players. He's left him for dead, and he's really dropped the shoulder. Ball's gone loose again, though, as he tried to give the offload. It's been flicked back, and I reckon is that going to be a knock-on? From a Dolphin hand. As Dolphin makes some substitutes. I don't know how that one happened, but big time for Dolphin caps. 4:02 and 4:03 as we see Conor Drummy come on and Billy O'Riordan, both for their first appearances of the season with the club, as Owen Hurley makes way. And I assume it's going to be James Vaughan knocking back on as the yellow card is finishing up, as we don't see another man coming off alongside Owen. Big shift from Owen, scoring. He'll be the happy one to receive probably the try of the season with that try early on that first half. But now as we look midway, as we hit, 57 minutes into this game, we'll just go back around just to see what the updates are around the league so far. So, Tullamore are losing, 13-3 down at home to Middleton. Bruff have fought back but are still trailing. They trail 21-12 at home to Enniscorthy. Clonmel lead Belfast Harlequins 16-7. And Omagh and Ballyclare still a very tight one at 14-12 to Ballyclare. Now, Monkstown going wide. Paul Hart looking to redeem himself from his yellow card earlier in the game. Doesn't make much ground there now. Fastball, but it looks like it's going to be knocked on, and Dolphin will be very happy with that. Kyle Waterman has a chance to beats one tackle, tries to eke out a couple extra yards, try and make himself some meters. Dolphin will try to get this one out now. Darrell Foley's slow to it. Just try to set everything up so we can get this ball clear safely. Takes his time as does Cam, and he gets a good ball clear. Lovely stuff, Cam. To the roars of the crowd, brings play up near that 10-metre line. I have no idea what the score in the Munster game is today, but I think I would much rather be here watching this game compared to that with the way things are going today. Very, very entertaining match going on. Now, going short the line out, but the steal from Matt Barry. Phil Dowling takes, offloads to John Fitz, who carries out into contact, bounces off that first one, he keeps going. Now, Dolphin go for a fast rock. Craig O'Connell out hands towards Billy O'Riordan. First time in the ball, lovely offload. As he jink past that first, another offload there to Carl Waterman, does a little bit of jink himself. And he's still going as he's beaten 2, he's beaten 3. Nearly got the offload, but it's taken out to ground smartly. Now, Foley spots nobody home. He's gone a bit too high in that kick, but will it work? Well, all the experience of Danny Reardon will come into the fray there as he'll call for the mark. I'd say There's a good option there from Darrell. Nobody seemed to be there to cover it, but he went a bit too high on the kick and just gave that time for Danny Reardon to get over there and cover it. But some exciting stuff there from Billy Reardon. First time, hands on the ball, little jink, little show and go, and still gets the lovely tasty offer afterwards. And Carl Waterman himself has really come alive in Dolphin colours today. It's good to have players like that in the backfield, in the back three. A lot of pace, a lot of excitement when they get their opportunity. Just need to get their opportunity, really. We're going to see as Billy's come on, he's going to slide into that wing, and Carl Waterman's actually going to step back in towards full-back. Now, clean take for Owen Sheehan at the line-out time again. Cameron Shockley offside to the wrecking ball is Craig O'Connell. Must take a breath every time he takes that. It's such a strong carrier of the ball. Matt Barry takes down into contact. John Fitz this time. Can he get the numbers around him? Opts for the back. Not gone to... Looks like Cam had just looked away for a second just to see what was next to him. Took the eyes off the ball as the ball came towards him. A little bit of butterfingers. Little break in place. We can all catch our breaths there now as John Fitz just gets a bit of a treatment. Going to get some time now to take a bit of water on board on the pitch and up here in the gantry. Take a bit of time. As I said, just looking at the last try there from Dolphin. Again, it was lovely work from Phil Dowling. A little pirouette. You wouldn't see a ballerina like that now in the army, would you? You wouldn't think. Elegant. Elegance of a gazelle, you'd say. Now, let's get play back underway now at Monkstown as Tristan Brady will get the put into the scrum. Feeds that one in. Crooked as they all are these days. Solid from both sides, not much movement coming. They've really kind of figured each other out now. Good run from Stapleton though, and what happened there? I think there was a little bit of off the ball stuff, but I'll look past that. We'll call it sneaky infringement. Ball's gone straight through the hands now. Puts Monkstown on a bit of a back foot, but it's taken in by Jake Kennedy, I should say. The Dolphin defence is holding firm, up to meet them at every opportunity. Ball out now to Charlie McQuicken, who's going to go for it. Goes back door, shoot up there from Darrell, put him under a bit of pressure. No arms, but not been seen by the ref, so we'll be happy with that. Cameron Shocks does very well to hold him up. Unfortunately, Hart brings that to the floor. Brady. Ball in to Tully. And unfortunately for Monkstown and definitely to the benefit of the Dolphin, Tristan Brady just took a step back to take that ball with him for the pass. Just kind of tripped over a boot of his own player actually and dropped it, and there'll be a knock on. And Phil Dowling will get a deserved rest after another fantastic performance where he got a try to his name, and we'll have Phil Elwood to jump in. You can hear the applause, nothing more to say. Incredible performance so far this season from Phil Dowling, and we have phenomenal efforts of Phil Elwood to step in. Third hooker we've gone through this season with Billy Kingston at the beginning of the year. Hopefully he's tuning in when he's out in India. But just shows the strength and depth in the club that we have this year, which we've not had in previous years. It's just it's brilliant to see. With Phil Elwood stepping in, he's a real man of the club. As everyone would know, Raz has been around for years. I'd say Phil learned how to walk out in this club. Come off the bench a couple of times now this season. 11 appearances now. He's had 2 sub-appearances this season as he comes on for his 12th appearance for the club. And we'll have a free kick at ruck time, at scrum time. Early push from Monkstown. And I say, are they going to go for a scrum themselves? Has that rule not been brought in? That stops, or is that one coming in at the start of next year? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't do a scrum from a free kick now. So it looks like we're going to go for a tap and go. Ball to Phil Elwood, gets his hands on the ball for the first time. He beats his first man, a good start. Very happy with that. It looks like we've got a flag out for potential high tackle, I'd say, or maybe it was the clear out, who knows. Matt Barry takes this one in. Flag stays out. John Fitz tries to a little dummy. He doesn't need it. He just fucking barrels through them all. Time after time after time. Back door. Cameron O'Shaughnessy to Craig Conley. He's a bit isolated. He's going to be there to support him. There is. Owen Sheehan is there. But it doesn't matter because he's over it fast. Now, the flag's still out with the linesman coming over. So is it going to be called towards a touch? Yeah, there's a player down. There's a lot of chatter going from the sideline. We'll see what's going to be going on here now in a moment. Time off, just as a few Monkstown players on the floor have a little conversation, so we will. Now, I think if he's giving it after a penalty to Monkstown, my thoughts would be is that there was a high tackle at the ruck, and indeed there was. No, Dolphin will be very, very happy with that, as are the home crowd. I think we just had his arms around the neck, really. It was simple as. We won't be getting restarted anytime soon, and we've still got a man on the floor from Monkstown. Both sides have been using all their bench today. Dolphin, I believe, have used every player on their bench in every game so far this season. Getting away from Billy Black. He getting his mention for today. He gave out to me last week for not giving a little mention. I mean, it's hard to miss him. Those beautiful, bright yellow shorts. I'm sure they were cleaned and laundered spick and span as well, were they, Billy? He'll tell me afterwards. Now it's at Tristan Brady making way. Not the nicest sight. Who will... I'd say maybe Liam Brady could step in at 9. Had he played 9 before, or are my facts incorrect? They could be. Now, Cam brings us up to halfway. Or just shy of halfway, I would say. Yeah, as Tristan Brady comes off, we'll see who'll now step in at the in the 9 slot. Oh, it isn't. Brady's still on. Who is that? So is that the hooker? Overthrow in this case has gone in the favour of Monkstown. Tis, my apologies. Rob Wynn, who's been quite good today now for Monkstown, has made way. So number 16, Alan Glynn, will get on for his. I think that's every sub use from both sides now today. My mistake with Tristan Brady now. Ball out towards number 13, Cormac Brennan, who just dinked through. Claimed by Carl Waterman. He's beaten the first man. Little slip past the second. Gets the offload off to John Fitzgerald. John Fitzgerald brings it over the 10-metre line. Beats a tackle. He's dragged down the floor over into the halfway line now. A dive off to slow things down. Not seen by the referee now. Matt Barry on the ball. What's he going to do? He's on his own. Doesn't get the offload. He does. Craig Connell's there. He gets it off as well himself. Owen Sheehan taken to ground. Now, is there someone there to support him? Darrell Foley's over that, as is Scott Sexton, as is Craig Connell stepping in at number 9. And he beats his man again. Carl Waterman there, just trying to seal that ball at ruck time. Darrell over it, goes to the third man of Conor Drummy. Drummy takes it in. 2 men over. Well, we'll see. Now Cam's opts to reverse it, goes to the corner, nobody home. Not the greatest connection. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. Unfortunately it does, and Hart will touch it down for the goal line dropout. But lads, this is such exciting, what an exciting season. I'm so glad we've got the live streams back. We can show this to everybody. We'll get clips of this out all week. It's such exciting play when Dolphin get that ball, especially in loose play. They're running everything. The offloads are there. It's an absolute joy to watch. And Carl Waterman took that ball in, beat the first man. He's like as if he'd swiped right in his man and then just decided to ghost him for the sake of it. Why not? He just left him, stood him up. Now, Monkstown drove that ball from the goal line straight into touch, which isn't allowed. So it's going to be a 5-meter line out to Dolphin. Now, I'm not sure the technicality of that rule myself, so I shall have to do a bit of research on that later on, but certainly claim it, certainly take it. Dolphin line out, 5 yards out. First chance for Phil Elwood. And unfortunately, it hasn't gone his way. Crooked line out. Definitely the key thing the key takeaway from today, definitely on the Dolphin side, will be just we've lost those couple of, I wouldn't say confidence. They've been full of it when they get that ball moving. It's a tired. I wouldn't even know what to say, but there's just that lack, just an element of clinicalness that we just haven't had today that we've had in previous matches. So that's definitely something that the coaches will be focusing on as we head into the next break of games. As we'll have a week off next week before we make our way up north to meet Belfast Harlequins, who, like ourselves, found themselves at the bottom of Division 2B last season, going down automatically in last place. Brought it right down to the wire. There was an incredible, last time out we went up there, it was an incredible game. We thought the game won with seconds to go, only for Belfast to just come down and snatch it right at the death, which was absolute thriller. Brilliant for the neutral and awful for the Dolphin travelling party. But there'll be memories from the Dolphin side from that game anyways, and both sides will be wanting to go straight back up, so it'll be a real tough ask for both sides. Belfast who've been very competitive so far as well this season. And looks like an early shove from Dolphin this time, so the free kick is going to go Monkstown's way, and they're going to be rather disappointed. We mentioned clinicalness again. It's another chance they've left, and Monkstown now bring it towards half of them, but Carl Allman take that comfortably, and every time he's at the ball he's been very comfortable. He's going to try to run around his man, and he's beaten his second man, and he's immediately going to get the penalty for the high tackle, and I wonder is Ref going to go to the book this time. There's been a lot of high tackles today. He's going to give it, yeah. Going to be a yellow card for number 13, Cormac Brennan. Makes the third yellow card of today's game, following the yellow for Paul Hart for the same offence, and James Vaughan as well. Yellow is for number 13, Cormac Brennan. And slight slice in the boot from Cameron Shoxley there, but don't matter, he's made his touch. Dolphin well within that Monkstown half. Interesting, a lot of chat going on the sidelines between the coaches and the players today, just to try and figure things out. It's very much, I say often that it's very much a game of chess, the sport. You just got to try and figure out the opponents as you bash through them. Just that extra element, but definitely been, as you say, cagey. There's a lot of thinking going on today's game. Dolphin Maul, again, as usual, has been very strong, still moving before it's eventually brought to ground. Now, has Dolphin secured the base of the ruck they have. Tip on towards Matt Barry from John Fitzgerald. Slow roll, and Dolphin will get another penalty. Paul Hart on that occasion. Again, some chatter before opting to go to Cameron for the corner. It's a real credit to both teams, so that nothing has really been straightforward to either side. You know, they really need a moment to just think things through. It just shows that extra bit of respect for the opponent. Tullamore last week knew their game plan. They got us on the back foot, just quick ball, quick ball, quick ball. Monkstown have shown that as well with a fiery attack when they've gotten their chance. Dolphin just being a bit cool and collected. A little bit sack there at the back of the line out. Calls for an illegal sacking, but not to be. Now Craig O'Connell, he'll take his yards as he always does. Ball go a bit wider to Matt Barry, who does a little jink himself, and he'll take a couple of yards as well. Bit slower now. Go towards the corner from Cameron Shoxley. Lovely little dink through. His Buck's going to get there. Unfortunately not, but it'll just scrape inside. Yeah, so it'll be 5 metre line out for Monkstown on this occasion. There was just a bit of a flick of the flag. I wasn't sure if there was something else happening there. But John Fitz with the tip on towards Cam. And in fairness to him, he's very good at keeping the eye up and spotting those gaps out wide himself. And Darrell Foley have done a couple of times this season, just poking that ball through as an extra element on attack. Just missed time that jumped it on, and it looks like comfortably back for Monkstown, but they've gone for a little bit of a sneaky kick anyways. Carl Warren will take that comfortably. Now, what will he do this time? He'll go straight at him this time, and he'll bounce one, and he'll beat his second, and he'll get taken by the third. Lovely run by Carl. He's definitely come into his own now today in today's game. Offside calls there, again, not seen by the referee, but that's all right. We'll keep going. John Fitz on the ball. Dummies the offload, but he'll spots the gap as he goes through. Going on Fitzy. Dolphin over that one again. Now, trying to go fast. Craig O'Connell spots the gap, comes into it at speed. Again, Darrell Foley tries to take it very well at the base of the ruck, but there's an offload there, and looks like Cam's going to be on it. He's going to look for a kick. He's not gone for it, but he's gone for the offload, which hasn't gone his way. But it won't matter because we come back for a penalty, Dolphin 5 metres out for another high tackle. Now, as into the final and closing stages, we'll see if Dolphin opt for a quick one. They won't, because there's going to be a man down from Monkstown, but we'll take this opportunity just as we enter the dying embers of this match. We'll go around for one final look at the matches around the league this season. So Middleton looking comfortable against Tullamore as they lead 18 points to 6. They'll come away with 4 points from that one. Enniscorthy, Bruff have pulled themselves right back into that one. It's now 21-19 to Enniscorthy, so that's going to be a tense finish. Clonmel are 26-14 up against Belfast Harlequins. Clonmel will be very happy with that one. They've had a couple of tight games this season. They came out 2 or 3 point wins actually against Tullamore, against Omagh and against 29-27 last time out against Monkstown, and a 10-all draw against ourselves. So I'll be very happy with that one over Belfast Harlequins. And Omagh and Ballyclare is 19 apiece, which is really proven to be, I wonder, is that the tie of the round, but maybe it's the tie of the round with the Ulster Derby, but I'd say that definitely the game round is once again here with 40 points on the board. Every home game so far this season, Dolphin have been put at 5 games in, 3 at home, 2 away. The full 5 points, the max from every home game for Dolphin. They've been very, very comfortable in Virgin Media Park here. Away from home, they've come away with 6 points so far, which to be quite happy with as well. And now, in this case, Darrell Foley will opt for the boot and take his 3 points just to wind down that clock. And he gets it. So, extends the lead. Dolphin 29, Monkstown 14. Darrell Foley eking ever much closer to his 500. With 2 conversions and a penalty today, bringing 6 points to him. So that brings him up to 493 points in AIL colours. And I'll keep looking back on that, as we were hoping he might get 500 this week, but I reckon it might be up in Belfast. Who knows? Now, taken in by Matt Barry. Monkstown have done very well there, and they're going to go for the quick tap here. No. They're very well in the tackle there, just to kind of slide round and slow Dolphin down to get the support into that rock and just get them penalised for holding on. Again, it's those little dark arts at ruck time. Now, Tristan Brady's going to go for the tap still anyways. Dolphin need to retreat their 10 metres. Now, ball in the hands of Jack Tully, as he brings ball into the Dolphin 22, but it's been ripped expertly by Dave Byrne. Dolphin now have a chance to clear their lines. Darrell Foley will go for the box. Chased by Carl and Darrell Bucks just to prevent any quick line out. And Dolphin are very, very happy with that as they bring play to the 10-metre line. Just taking the sting out of that attack. As you can see down the bottom, they've opted for the quick line out still, but I don't think they could after that ball hit the fence. But looks like James Vaughan's going to come back into the fray again, as John Fitz makes way after another heroic performance from the veteran. One of the stalwarts of the club. Many thought he wouldn't come back, but he did, and in style. And again, missed that first game. He's been back since. John Fitzgerald, 2 subs, 2 starts this season. Fantastic player. Always brings his A game to it. Little dink over top, has gone to hand. Carl Waterman again a loose ball. He's a dangerous man on the threat. He's given the ball out wide to Darren Foley as he brings play, and he's dinked it through himself. He's brought over the halfway line. Towards inside now, the Monkstown 22 towards the 5 metre line. Danny Reardon's going to go over. He'll be up, and Dolphin will absorb him immediately, swallow him up into the tackle, and Monkstown will have to try set themselves for face before they can clear their lines. The Dolphin defence straight up to meet them. They're going to try and go over that immediately. Is they going to win the penalty? No, referee says to leave it, and they've gone for the box. And they've not made touch. Darryl Foley on the ball now. He's got nobody with him. He's going to push that pass really far for Scott Sexton. He's got time, but the bounce hasn't worked for him. Takes it in his stride now anyways. He beats the first. Lovely. Bounces right off Tristan Brady, who does get him to ground. Now Craig O'Connell, he's got men with him. He's going to throw a dummy and go on his own. The gap is created. He's going to go for number 2 for today. He's got numbers with him, but he won't need them as he beats Danny Reardon. And Craig O'Connell's over in the corner. Try number 5 for Dolphin. Try number 7 of the season for Craig O'Connell. Try number 2 of the day for himself. And that puts a nice stamp, seal of approval. Beautiful finish to the game for Dolphin. Lovely gap created as he walked right through. We'll ignore the potential crossing. Beats the experienced Danny Reardon. He didn't even need the 2 support runners. But again, just the fact that we have those support runners shows the strength in that open play that Dolphin have. Seven tries this season for Craig O'Connell in round 5. I'd say if he doesn't beat that record, I'd say there'll be a lot to stop him from beating that record, but we all hope he does. He's keep this score and run going. He's an incredible player, Craig. Incredible. And lovely, just out and just wrap right back in to stop between the posts from Darren Foley. Extends the lead, so it's now Dolphin 34, Monkstown 14. 36, my apologies. The scoreboard isn't as fast as I am. Now I think the referee just gave a signal for 1 more minute. So Monkstown definitely not going to give up here, just try and reduce that scoreline every way they can. They go short, but they go high and short. Going to be fill out, but it's good taken from McKinnon. He's done very well. He's been a bit quiet in that second half. He did very well to take that. It looks like a loose ball. Where's it going to come out? It's going to be knocked forward. It's going to be in a Dolphin hands, and Darren Foley's going to go for it. He's going to go blind. He's got support with him. He doesn't need it, does he? Goes to Craig O'Connell. Hands out wide to Cameron O'Shaughnessy. He's going to run it. He's got Billy Reardon outside him. He doesn't need it. He tries. Is there a bit too much on it? But Scott Sexton there in the middle. It's going to be racing the feet. He's going to get there first. Scott Sexton's going to be there. Is he? He is! Second try of the season for Scott Sexton. From nothing to something. Again, experts at it all year, Dolphin. Great spot from Darren Foley. Lovely turnover. Nobody goes blind. Great awareness from Cameron just to see the numbers were coming. Great calling from Scott. And he kicks inside. It was a foot race. He never looked under threat, and he'll just drag it over the line. The scintillating 6. 6 tries for Dolphin today. Incredible performance yet again. It's so difficult just to find single performances. I always try and single out just the fantastic performance from each player, but you just can't. There's too many performances that are just incredible from the squad today. And Darryl Foley will slot this one as well to close the game out. So, points 497 for Darryl. He'll definitely hit his 500 this season. Full time here in Virgin Media Park. Incredible stuff from Dolphin again. 6 sensational tries, including 1 or 2 contenders, not only for try of the round, but definitely try of the season. It's going to finish here, Dolphin 43, Monkstown 14. And a big thank you to everyone for watching, and we'll see you back. Have a break next week. We'll be back in time for the 16th, will be next home game as we face Ballyclare. But for now, enjoy the rest of your Jazz weekend, and thank you.